trying to put across that their devotion is out there as well. We're going to be seeing Uddhav Thackeray, who's going to be at a temple in Maharashtra, the Kalaram temple where the Prime Minister was just a couple of days ago. Mamata Banerjee is going to be at Kalighat as well. She's also then going to hold a rally of all religions, a harmony rally as she calls it. Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party are already holding Sundarkand parts. We had the Delhi Chief Minister attend one such recitation today as well. Several other leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, is also going to be seen at a temple offering prayers, conducting puja. So why exactly is that day important for them, and why have they made these last minute plans after all of them decided to boycott the January 22nd event, even though most of them were invited, like Mamata Banerjee, like Sonia Gandhi, like Mallikarjun Kharge. All of them are perhaps going to be seen at different temples across the country. So is this competitive Ram Niti that we're now seeing? That's the big debate that has now been stoked. Let's listen in to what Rahul Gandhi had to say as to why the Congress is not attending this Jan 22nd event. He says this event revolves around the Prime Minister, which is why we do not want to be a part of it.
The RSS and the BJP have made the 22nd January function a completely political Narendra Modi function. It's become a RSS BJP function, and I think that is why the Congress president said that he would not go to the function. We are open to all religions, all practices. Even the authorities of the Hindu religion, the biggest authorities of the Hindu religion, have made their view public about what they think about the 22nd January function, that it is a political function.
Aman Sharma, Pallavi Ghosh joining us on this broadcast from a perspective. Pallavi, coming to you first, we've seen Rahul Gandhi and several other leaders who are going to be seen at different temples on the 22nd of January. Rahul, earlier in the press conference, had said that I am going to be on my Nyaya Yatra, which is going to be in Assam, and that's on track as far as that particular day is concerned. But many would suggest that the allegation that the opposition and the Congress is making against the Prime Minister of making this day about the Prime Minister and it being a publicity event, that's exactly perhaps what the opposition is also trying to do.
But Poonam, that doesn't come as much of a surprise, because I remember, especially after 2019, the Congress certainly has had a spate of temple runs. I mean, the Congress party officially labelled Rahul Gandhi as a Janeo-dhari Shiv Bhakt to make the point that he's as much as a Hindu as the Prime Minister claims to be a Hindu. So that demarcation between, or disconnect between religion and politics, frankly speaking, has never really been done by the Congress party either. Now, at this point of time, if you're going to ask me why are they doing it, clearly because of two reasons. One, to try and portray this whole image that the Congress is not anti-Hindu, and this is after the top three decided to skip the Pran Pratishtha. And second, there is a sense of unease definitely within the Congress party. Some are very vocal, like Vikramaditya Singh, Arjun Mothwallia, but many of them in private, especially the ones who will have to go to a ground, contest elections, deal with party workers and voters directly, they are very worried that, you know, by skipping the Pran Pratishtha, it's going to be very difficult for them to explain to these people that, look, the Congress party is not anti-Hindu, and therefore it comes as no surprise when a belated damage control was done, really, Poonam, yesterday, when you saw some senior leaders or high-profile leaders of the Congress, Supriya Srinath, then Dipendra Hooda, all of them being at the Sarayu Ghat or taking a dubki on Makar Sankranti and also chanting Jai Shri Ram. So there is a unease within the Congress, coupled with the fact and effort being made to undo this perception, to project themselves as anti-Hindu, and in sync with that, all state units of the Congress party have been asked to do some puja on the 22nd in their areas, and Rahul Gandhi himself will be going to a mandir to make the point that, unlike the BJP, we do not want to make Ram Mandir, Pran Pratishtha a political issue, but we still have Astha.
Right, and it's interesting because Rahul Gandhi in a press conference had said that I do not need to flaunt my devotion on my sleeve, but that is exactly perhaps what he seems to be doing along with several others within the Congress party. And Aman, it's not just the Congress, it's all of the opposition that looks to be wanting to dip into that particular vote bag, wanting to dip into that particular soft Hindutva push, if you will, because everybody seems to have now made plans of visiting some temple or the other on the 22nd.
Absolutely. See, I think the larger point that Pallavi was making, that no political party wants to be seen in a position where it is not respecting the sentiments of the majority community, especially on an issue like the Ram temple in Ayodhya and the Pran Pratishthan ceremony. The Congress issued a statement a few days back, and I think the damage for the Congress is done. Now the damage control is, of course, happening by Congress saying, why should we visit only on Jan 22? We will go on some later date. We will go on a date before that. And as we saw yesterday, some Congress leaders are landing up in Ayodhya. But the point here remains that the invite to the Congress party or to any of the 8,000 invitees who are coming there is from the Ram Temple Trust, not from the BJP, not from the RSS. So why is it being labelled as a BJP RSS event? Many in Ayodhya are asking that question. Also the point, Poonam, that Jan 22 is the most auspicious day. So why do you want to shun the Pran Pratishtha invite and not come on Jan 22 when you were invited? For example, what had happened if the Congress was not invited to the function? Then it would have been a hue and cry over something else. That is what the BJP sources are telling me. The perception, at least among people in Ayodhya, I went around today, I spoke to various devotees who have come from different parts of the country, spoke to a couple of saints who say that this will work definitely against the Congress. This adds to that perception that Congress is against Hindus. There's the point that one of the Congress lawyers who was the Sunni Waqf Board lawyer in the Supreme Court tried to delay the judgment of the case. Also the point that affidavit was given in the past questioning that is Ram a mythological character or not. So all these points, have come back to haunt the Congress, and the damage control is happening. Of course, in 22nd we will see. We are also hearing about Mamata Banerjee going to a temple. We are hearing about Rahul Gandhi going to a temple now. But is this too little, too late? Because the main focus, of course, on that day will be in Ayodhya, where the Prime Minister will be there with 4,000 saints and seers among 8,000 people are arriving in Ayodhya for the Pran Pratishthan. So why not the Congress? Why to shun the invite for that particular day?
Right, and if you did shun it for whatever reasons there may be, why choose that particular day to try and visit temples? There is a lot that is happening in the run-up. There's a lot that would happen post the inauguration of the Ram temple as well. But all of the opposition seems to have chosen that very day to do their temple runs. Aman and Pallavi, do stay on with us because the Prime Minister is also speaking out on this. He, remember, is already undertaking his 11-day Anushtan as far as the Pran Pratishtha ceremony goes. He currently is in Andhra Pradesh. He visited one of the temples that is linked to Ramayana, that has historical significance. Earlier in the day, he was in Lepakshi at the Veerbhadra temple. But listen to what the Prime Minister had to say about the Pran Pratishtha ceremony and how how the country is celebrating it. In fact, he goes on to say that the entire country right now is talking about the Ram temple in Ayodhya. He also goes on to talk about the 11-day Anushtan that he has undertaken. Ram Sushashan ke pratik hai is what he goes on to say. Also perhaps a message sending out to his political rivals. Aman, the Prime Minister there talking about the Ram temple, about what this means for the country. Pretty much every single day, on every occasion that the Prime Minister has found, he's spoken of how this is a day that millions, not just in the country but around the world, have waited for centuries.
Absolutely, Poonam. And when a few days back he announced his 11-day Anushtan, this came close on the heels of the Congress saying that they will not go for the Jan 22 Pran Pratishthan ceremony. So the contrast is very clear. The PM is keeping an 11-day Anushtan. He was earlier in Panchwati, one of the places closely associated with Ramayana. Today he was at another place which is closely associated with Ramayana in Andhra Pradesh, where the king bird Jatayu had fallen, was killed by Ravan, and he had told Ram about the abduction of Sita. There's a long legend behind that place. The Prime Minister chose to go there today, also listen to Ramayana there. He listened to Ramayana also when he was in Panchwati, and I have this information the next couple of days. He may go to another place which is closely connected to Lord Ram's life and Lord Ram's journey throughout the country. So the Prime Minister is very clear that he's keeping an 11-day Anushtan. He's visiting places closely linked to Lord Ram. He's following all the rituals which are associated with the Anushtan today. He's saying that the whole country is in this mood, that is a Ram-may mood, and we can see that certainly in Ayodhya. Poonam, I am here, I am seeing devotees from all over the country. It's just not from UP or from North India. I have met pilgrims from all over the country who are coming to Ayodhya to have a darshan of Lord Ram, and especially waiting for January 23rd, when the new idol will be, up for public viewing. There is a lot of enthusiasm, and at that such a time, I think the Congress decision on Jan 22 was ill-advised, and it seems to be hurting the Congress chances. Now, especially, I think the Congress cadre and many Congress leaders in states are not happy with the decision, because they are ultimately the ones who will have to face the electorate in another couple of months when they go out seeking votes.
Absolutely. Public memory may be short, but it's not that short. Elections are just around the corner as far as the big 2024 battle goes. Aman and Pallavi, do stay on with us. Let's listen in to what the Prime Minister said.
साथियों, यहां आने से पहले मुझे पवित्र लेपाक्षी में वीरभद्र मंदिर जाने का सौभाग्य मिला है। मंदिर में मुझे रंगनाथा रामायण सुनने का अवसर मिला। मैंने वहां भक्तों के साथ भजन कीर्तन में भी हिस्सा लिया। मान्यता का है कि यहीं पास में भगवान श्री राम का जटायु से संवाद हुआ था। आप जानते हैं कि अयोध्या में श्री राम के भव्य मंदिर में प्राण प्रतिष्ठा से पूर्व मेरा 11 दिन का व्रत अनुष्ठान चल रहा है। ऐसी पुण्य अवधि में यहां ईश्वर से साक्षात आशीर्वाद पाकर मैं धन्य हो गया। आजकल तो पूरा देश राममय है, राम जी की भक्ति में सराबोर है।
Pallavi and Aman continue to be with us. Pallavi, the Prime Minister also speaking of good governance, and that is something, the ideals, that is something that Lord Ram followed, that those are the ideals that we can follow as well. Perhaps a clear message or a veiled message coming out to his political rivals too.
Ram Rajya, as they say, that's exactly the point which the Prime Minister and the government, I guess, would also want to send out, Poonam. I think there's a very pertinent message and a significant one really over here, because for the opposition party to criticize this government about making it all about religion, always contesting elections where the governance is concerned, I think the pitch has always come in from the government is that we believe in inclusivity, we also believe in development. So if you look at the pattern, when the Prime Minister went to Ayodhya recently, he also went to a residence of the 10th crore beneficiary of the Ujjwala scheme, and he spent some time having chai with the woman beneficiary at all as well. Again, to make the point that, if I'm talking about Astha, I'm also talking about development. Today, when he's there in the Lepakshi, he's gone to a temple, but at the same time, he's also unveiling development projects. He's talking about development and what is ideal Ram Rajya or ideal governance is all about. So it's not going to be religion or politics. It's not either or. It's going to be a mix of both, because I think the pitch which has always come in from the Prime Minister himself and from the government is that, we don't want to make it only about one particular faith. We only don't want to make it about religion. We also want to pitch in for Vikas and Vishwas. And Vishwas in this context, of course, about Astha in Bhagwan, Astha in Ram. And therefore, I think you do see a significant pattern over there. The Prime Minister's 11-day Anushthan is also timed with the various development project that he's talking about.
Absolutely. And speaking of those developmental projects, the Prime Minister is currently in Andhra Pradesh inaugurating some of them. Let's just cut across.
20वीं सदी के आपके आधुनिक संस्थान के 4 सबसे बड़े ध्येय यही तो है। एक, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर के रूप में रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस को लागू करने वाली इकाई के रूप में आपको इस बात को हमेशा याद रखना है। साथियों, नैसिन का रोल देश को एक आधुनिक इकोसिस्टम देने का है। एक ऐसा इकोसिस्टम जो देश में व्यापार कारोबार को आसान बना सके, जो भारत को ग्लोबल ट्रेड का अहम पार्टनर बनाने के लिए और फ्रेंडली माहौल बना सके, जो टैक्स, कस्टम्स, नारकोटिक जैसे विषयों के माध्यम से देश में ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस को प्रमोट करे और जो गलत प्रैक्टिसेस से सख्ती से निपटे। थोड़ी देर पहले मैं कुछ नौजवान युवा ट्रेनी अफसरों से भी मिला हूं। ये अमृत काल को नेतृत्व देने वाली कर्म योगियों की अमृत पीढ़ी है। आप सभी को सरकार ने अनेक शक्तियां भी दी है। इस शक्ति का उपयोग आपके विवेक पर निर्भर करता है और इसमें भी आपको प्रेरणा प्रभु श्री राम के जीवन से मिलेगी। एक प्रसंग में भगवान राम लक्ष्मण से कहते हैं, नेयम मम मही सौम्य दुर्लभा सागरांबरा नहीं क्षयेयम धर्मेण शक्रत्वमपि लक्ष्मण। यानी मैं चाहूं तो सागर से घिरी ये धरती भी मेरे लिए दुर्लभ नहीं है, लेकिन अधर्म के रास्ते पर चलते हुए अगर मुझे इंद्रप्रस्थ भी मिले तो मैं स्वीकार नहीं करूंगा। हम तो अक्सर देखते हैं कि छोटे छोटे लालच में ही कई बार लोग अपने कर्तव्य, अपनी शपथ को भूल जाते हैं। इसलिए आप सभी अपने कार्यकाल में प्रभु राम की कही ये बात अवश्य याद रखिए। साथियों, आपका सीधा सरोकार टैक्स व्यवस्था से है। राम राज्य में टैक्स कैसे लिया जाता था, इस पर गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी ने जो कहा है वो बहुत प्रासंगिक है। गोस्वामी जी तुलसीदास जी कह रहे हैं, बरसत हर्षत लोग सब करसत लखै न कोई, तुलसी प्रजा सुभागते भूप भानु सो होई। अर्थात सूर्य पृथ्वी से जल खींचता है और फिर वही जल बादल बनकर वर्षा के रूप में वापस धरती पर आता है, समृद्धि बढ़ाता है। हमारी टैक्स व्यवस्था भी वैसी ही होनी चाहिए। हमारा प्रयास होना चाहिए कि जनता से लिए टैक्स की पाई पाई जन कल्याण में लगे और वो समृद्धि को प्रोत्साहित करे। आप अध्ययन करेंगे तो इसी प्रेरणा से हमने बीते 10 वर्षों में टैक्स सिस्टम में बहुत बड़े रिफॉर्म किए। पहले देश में भांति भांति की टैक्स व्यवस्थाएं थी जो सामान्य नागरिक को जल्दी समझ में नहीं आती थी। पारदर्शिता के अभाव में ईमानदार टैक्स पेयर को, बिजनेस से जुड़े लोगों को परेशान किया जाता था। हमने जीएसटी के रूप में देश को एक आधुनिक व्यवस्था दी। सरकार ने इनकम टैक्स सिस्टम को भी आसान बनाया। हमने देश में फेसलेस टैक्स असेसमेंट सिस्टम शुरू किया। इन सारे रिफॉर्म्स के कारण आज देश में रिकॉर्ड टैक्स कलेक्शन हो रहा है और जब सरकार का टैक्स कलेक्शन बढ़ा है तो सरकार जनता का पैसा विभिन्न योजनाओं के जरिए जनता को लौटा भी रहा है। 2014 में सिर्फ 2 लाख रुपए तक ही 2 लाख तक की इनकम पर ही टैक्स छूट थी। हमने 2 लाख से बढ़कर के सीमा 7 लाख रुपए तक पहुंचा दी।
The construction of the Ram Temple in itself is a huge moment for Indian civilization.
The enthusiasm, the excitement among the devotees can clearly be seen and experienced here.
संविधान में राम है, राज्य की कल्पना में राम है, रोम रोम में राम है, भारत के राम है, भारत में राम है।
राम 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 राम। धर्म को कैसे बांधते हुए, धर्म की सीमाओं में रहते हुए कैसे काम किया जाए,
इसके ऊपर आप अभी देख नहीं सकेंगी। वो विष्णु जी का है और वो एक तरीके से समुद्र मंथन उसकी कहानी है।
Thousands of devotees have come to this Naya Ghat. They are offering prayers to Lord Surya.
Modi sir. Welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18. This is Nation at 5 with me, Poonam Borde. Jan 22nd is when we're going to be seeing the Pran Pratishtha ceremony takes place of the Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya. The temple town is decked up. It's gearing up already. We're going to be seeing a celebration that lasts for this entire week. In fact, the first puja for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony has begun today. It commenced earlier in the afternoon. We saw in different parts of Ayodhya several devotees who had thronged there, several seers and saints who have already landed in Ayodhya days ahead of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. The mood is upbeat. It's Rammay, as the Prime Minister also said. Invitations have been sent out to several dignitaries along with the Prime Minister who are expected to be a part of this grand celebration. Several celebrities, the latest one in fact being Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma, who have also received the invite for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. They haven't yet confirmed whether or not they are going to be present there in Ayodhya on that day. But invitations like this have been sent to several other celebrities as well, including Amitabh Bachchan, Harbhajan Singh, MS Dhoni as well. How many of them are actually going to be attending? We'll have to wait and watch. But CNN News 18 is in the temple town. We're on ground in Ayodhya, getting you the mood and feel of what it is to be in the temple town 1 week ahead of it marking history. Take a look at some of these reports.
सड़क परिवहन के लिए कोई भी किसी प्रकार का प्रदूषण, ध्वनि प्रदूषण, वायु प्रदूषण, इस प्रदूषण से मुक्त ये वाहन उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार ने अयोध्या के जनता के लिए उपलब्ध कराया है। बहुत ही अभिनंदनीय, प्रशंसनीय प्रयास है और बड़ी संख्या में समाज को अधिक से अधिक सुविधा दिलाने का उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार का ये प्रयास, इसको मैं अभिनंदन करता हूँ।
सीताराम यादव जी बहुत करीबी हैं रामलला के, क्योंकि पिछले कई सालों से जो रामलला दूध और रबड़ी का सेवन करते हैं वो सीताराम जी रोज सुबह भिजवाते हैं।
पहले हमारे पिताजी करते थे।
अच्छा, हाँ।
पिताजी खत्म हो गए, हम बराबर।
कितनी पुरानी दुकान है ये?
करीब 70-80 बरस।
70 बरस पुरानी दुकान है। तो जब से वो जो मूर्ति थी रामलला की वो अंदर मिली थी मंदिर से, तब से भोग आपकी दुकान से लग रहा है। मतलब मुझे लग रहा है 50 के वक्त की, सन 50 की बात है ना?
जी।
अच्छा, और क्या क्या भोग में जाता है?
भोग में सुबह 5 किलो रबड़ी जाता है।
हाँ।
उसके बाद 2.5 किलो पेड़ा जाता है।
हाँ।
दूध जाता है 3.5-4 किलो।
हाँ।
सुबह।
हाँ।
शामों को करीब जाता है।
हाँ। अच्छा, और ये बताइए कि अब जब नया मंदिर बन रहा है तो डिमांड ज्यादा होगी अब दूध की और प्रसाद की, यहाँ तो क्योंकि और भव्य तरीके से होगा। अभी तक तो टाट पे थे रामलला, हाँ, अब तो घर में जा रहे हैं अपने।
तो है भगवान की कृपा है कि हाँ इतना वो कर।
लेकिन कैसा महसूस करते हैं कि रोज जब रामलला, इतनी दुकानें हैं दूध की अयोध्या में, इतनी मिठाई की दुकान, लेकिन आपकी दुकान विशेष है।
दुकान वहाँ करीबी थी, बगल में मंदिर में रही। और इससे और राम जन्मभूमि के मेन गवाह थे।
आप गवाह भी थे? अच्छा।
12 दिन हाई कोर्ट गवाही दिए हैं। हाँ। वहाँ रुकते थे 5 स्टार में, तो हम कहें हम 5 स्टार में नहीं रुकेंगे। हाँ। हमको 2 गाड़ी मिली थी, सर ले जाए गवाही देवा में। हाँ। फिर
स्पॉट वाले के व्हीकल
7 बजे जाएं और फिर 7 बजे आऊँ
प्रोटेक्शन के साथ, पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन
हिंदू की तरफ से।
हाँ, हिंदू की तरफ से। हाँ जी, आज का दिन कितना महत्वपूर्ण है और कितने साल की तपस्या के बाद आज का दिन मुमकिन हो पाया?
500 वर्ष के संघर्ष के बाद और 5 लाख राम भक्तों के प्राणों की आहुति के बाद, आप जब समझो, जब लोकतंत्र की व्यवस्था है, डेमोक्रेसी में संविधान की जहां राज हो, वहां पर भी, जहां पर अभी पूज्य आचार्य जी बोल रहे थे, जहां पर आप खड़े हो, ये राम की पैड़ी है। और एक समय हुआ करता था, इतनी गंदगी हुआ करती थी, और एक समय हुआ करता था कि यहाँ खून की नदी बहाई गई थी। ये राम की पैड़ी खून के छींटे से लाल हो जाया करता था। आज उन संतों के त्याग, तपस्या, समर्पण से, संघर्ष से भव्य दिव्य नव राम जन्मभूमि मंदिर का आज से वहां पर प्राण प्रतिष्ठा का जो विधिवत पूजन राम जन्मभूमि प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के निमित्त जो स्टार्ट हो रहा है, बाकी तो वहाँ 1 साल से लगातार 121 ब्राह्मणों के द्वारा अलग अलग दिनों में अलग अलग प्रकार से, चाहे वो राम मंत्र से, चाहे वो हनुमान जी के मंत्र से, चाहे महादुर्गा के मंत्र से, इसके अलावा वहाँ पर आप रामचरित मानस की पाठ से, चाहे वो श्री सूक्त से, चाहे वो आप समझ सकते हो कि वाल्मीकि रामायण सुंदर कांड की जो पाठ करके वहाँ पर विधिवत पूजन चल रहा था।
हनुमानगढ़ी जो कि जहाँ के आप महंत हैं, उसका कितना बड़ा योगदान रहा है राम जन्मभूमि आंदोलन में, और उसका क्या रिश्ता रहा है आंदोलन से?
आंदोलन हनुमानगढ़ी से ये शुरुआत हुआ था क्या कि सनातन धर्म संस्कृति रक्षा सुरक्षा के लिए वहाँ पर मिलिट्री बेस कैंप सनातनियों का था, नागा साधु, जहाँ पर इकट्ठे 1000 सेना खट से तैयार हो जाते थे। आज तक हनुमानगढ़ी पर एक भी आक्रमण नहीं हुआ।
Lord Ram's Pratishthan has started today in Ayodhya, and literally Lord Ram is here on the Saryu Ghat. I am this beautiful painting that I saw today at the Ram Ki Paudi. This is Monica, and her sister Nisha is doing another painting, and both these sisters have come all the way from Darbhanga in Bihar to make these beautiful paintings on the ghats of Saryu at Ram Ki Paudi. So Monica, you have made this painting? So what is the idea behind this painting? And this is a beautiful painting. ऐसा लग रहा है भगवान राम आ ही गए हैं अयोध्या।
जी, जैसा कि मैं दरभंगा बिहार से हूँ, मिथिला से, तो हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं ना कि कोई मेहमान आते हैं, जैसे राम जी हमारे में मिथिला के दामाद हैं, तो उनके स्वागत में कई सारे उत्सव मनाए जाते हैं, जैसे घरों को सजाया जाता है, रंगोली बनाया जाता है।
कितनी देर लगी आपको बनाने में?
14 से 15 घंटे।
14 से 15 घंटे। She's taken 14 to 15 hours, and her sister Nisha is painting another painting. They will take you there. Come, Monica, come. And she is doing another beautiful painting here. This is the second painting that they are making with watercolors and acrylic colors. This is one made with acrylic colors. And Nisha ji, आप इतनी दूर से आई हैं दरभंगा से, तो ये पेंटिंग का क्या भाव है?
सर, रंगों की दुनिया बेहद दिलचस्प होती है, जहाँ कुछ तस्वीरें ऐसी होती है जो शब्द का सहारा लेती है, कुछ ऐसी तस्वीरें होती है जो कहीं अनकहीं बातें कह देती है। आर्टिस्ट की उंगली के जादू से रेखाएं थिरकती है, रंग नाचता है, और वो अपनी पूरी सृष्टि कैनवस पे रचता है। मैं भी एक आर्टिस्ट हूँ, मैं बचपन से ही पेंटिंग्स करती हूँ। मैंने 8-9 साल मधुबनी पेंटिंग किया है, 5 साल फाइन आर्ट्स किया है, 3 साल मॉडर्न आर्ट किया है। तो जो मेरी दुनिया है, जो हम वही आज दिखाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि मेरी दुनिया कैनवस है, और कैनवस पे जो हम राम के लिए सोच रहे हैं, जो फील कर रहे हैं, वही मेरे हाथ से, मेरे पेंट से निकल के आ रहा है।
Well, we are next to Hanumangarhi temple in Ayodhya, and we are going to bring very special story for our viewers. रामलला पर पान का चढ़ावा चढ़ता है, मीठे पान का चढ़ावा चढ़ता है, और कई सालों से, since last so many years, that pan goes from Chaurasiya Pan Bhandar, where I am reporting from. I am being joined by Chaurasiya जी। बनारसी पान भंडार है आपकी दुकान का नाम। कितने सालों से रामलला के लिए पान यहाँ से जा रहा है, और कितनी क्वांटिटी में जाता है?
हमारे जो रामलला को पान जाता है वो 40 पान प्रतिदिन जाता है। और पहले मेरे बाबा दादा करते थे, उसके बाद पिताजी करने लगे, उसके बाद हम लोगों को सेवा का अवसर मिला है। मेरी दुकान पहले राम जन्म मंदिर के जस्ट बगल थी, तो मुझे जाने में दिक्कत भी नहीं होती थी। और वहीं से लग के,
अच्छा, बगल की दुकान थी इसलिए वहाँ से
बगल थी, जैसे इस समय हनुमानगढ़ी यहाँ पे, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे जाने में कभी दिक्कत तो होती नहीं थी, तो आराम से हम लोग आराम से सेवा दिया करते थे। 92 जब कार सेवा हुई है, तो उसके बाद हम लोग 1995 में हम लोग यहाँ पे शिफ्ट हो गए हैं। तब से हम लोग यहाँ पे सेवा करते हैं।
लेकिन पान अभी भी यहीं से जा रहा है? जी, आप ही लेके जाते हैं?
इसमें हाँ, हमारे भैया लेकर जाते हैं।
आपके भैया लेकर? कितने पान जाते हैं?
इसमें प्रतिदिन 40 पान जाता है रामलला को।
रामलला को 40 पान जाता है। ये फैसला आने के बाद हुआ है?
यस।
हाँ, और जब अब 22 जनवरी को जब पूरे विधि विधान के साथ प्राण प्रतिष्ठान होगा, तब कितने पानों का ऑर्डर मिला है?
अभी जो मुझे ऑर्डर मिला है 551 पान का ऑर्डर मिला है।
551 पान।
और जब भूमि पूजन हुआ था मुझे 151 पान का ऑर्डर मिला था।
151 पान का। तो मीठे पान बनाते हैं?
जी जी।
मीठे पान की क्या विशेषता?
भगवान रामलला बाल रूप में है,
हाँ,
तो उनको मीठे पान में मतलब लग के जाता है मीठा पान। उसमें गुलकंद होता है, गरी होता है, सौंफ होता है, चेरी होता है, और ग्रीन सौंफ होता है, लौंग होता है, इलायची होता है। उसमें चूने की मात्रा बहुत नॉर्मल रहती है। और मीठा पान लगने के बाद
सुबह कितने बजे पान बनाना शुरू करते हैं?
हमारी दिनचर्या सुबह इसी से शुरू होती है।
इसी से शुरू होती है।
With a record number of devotees, pilgrims expected in Ayodhya for the Jan 22nd Pran Pratishthan ceremony, and ahead of that, obviously security is also very high, top-notch in Ayodhya. In fact, CM Minister Yogi Adityanath was recently in Ayodhya where he gave clear direction that security has to be very tight. Everybody has to feel safe in this divine atmosphere in Ayodhya. We are here and, we can see these commandos from the anti-terrorism squad of UP police stationed here since today morning. We are seeing also commando vehicles in many parts of Ayodhya. In fact, UP administration has also put two kind of drones here on duty. One is artificial intelligence drones, which are, scanning the skies, scanning anything suspicious if they see on the ground, and they report it immediately to the control room. Another new kind of drones are these anti-mine drones. So, we have seen these drones flying very near to the ground, just about 1 meter above the ground, trying to detect any explosive material, any mines which, any unscrupulous elements may have, put inside the roads or anything, to ensure both these kind of drones, AI sky drones as well as these anti-mine drones, have been deployed by the UP police in Ayodhya to ensure top-notch security. And of course, the commandos with their modern weapons and modern vehicles are here to take care of any eventuality and to ensure that the pilgrims here feel safe and sound and can enjoy Ayodhya without any fear when they come for the Pran Pratishthan ceremony.
आज वो दिन आ चुका है, प्राण प्रतिष्ठान की शुरुआत हो चुकी है और आज कुछ संस्कार किए जाएंगे। अगले 7 दिन संस्कार चलेंगे पूरे रीति रिवाज के साथ। उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए।
देखिए, आज से अनुष्ठान जो प्रारंभ हो रहा है, सबसे पहले उसमें प्रायश्चित किया जाता है। जैसे किसी भी प्रकार से मन, वाणी और कर्म से हमसे कोई पाप बन गया हो, उस पाप की निवृत्ति के लिए पहले प्रायश्चित से पूजा प्रारंभ होती है। और आज वो कार्यक्रम 12 बजे से लगभग 2 बजे तक चलेगा, जिसमें प्रायश्चित कराया जाएगा और प्रायश्चित के बाद पवित्र किया जाता है। लोगों के तन, मन, बाह्य और अंतर की पवित्रता के लिए उन्हें पंचगव्य पिला करके जो यजमान होते हैं उनको पवित्र किया जाता है और उस पवित्रता के बाद तब वो पूजा में बैठने के अधिकारी होते हैं। और पूजा में बैठने के बाद फिर आसन की शुद्धि होगी, आसन की शुद्धि के बाद उनको पवित्र किया जाएगा और फिर वहां से हम पूजा को प्रारंभ करते हैं।
मैसूर से कुछ पंडित आ रहे हैं जो कि अगले 40 दिन तक पूजा करेंगे प्राण प्रतिष्ठान के बाद। उसके बारे में कहता है वो यहाँ नॉर्थ इंडिया या अवध की तरह से पूजा नहीं होगी, साउथ इंडिया के
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है। यहाँ तो साउथ इंडियन से लेकर के और हमारे वाराणसी से पंडित हैं, अयोध्या से भी पंडित हैं। बहुत बड़ा अनुष्ठान चलने वाला है और एक इसको हम समन्वय की दृष्टि से देख सकते हैं। पूरा पश्चिम, उत्तर, दक्षिण चारों तरफ से वैदिक ब्राह्मण आएंगे और अपने अपने अनुसार वो भगवान की पूजा करेंगे।
As the Grand Ram Temple rises, CNN News 18 gets you the biggest voices.
Devotees in great number. I mean, we are thinking about 1,25,000 every day.
From temple vision to execution.
एक अनोखी शैली में बनाने की कोशिश की है। भगवान का दरबार में आप जाएंगे तो लगेगा कि नहीं, एक अच्छी जगह पे हम लोग आए।
From objections to obeisance.
राम जी प्रतिष्ठित होंगे तो राम राज्य का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त होगा।
This Ram Mandir, which has been a dream of people for so many years, is coming to a fruition.
Thanks to everybody who made that happen, and I'm sure this means a world to multitude of people.
The symbolism, the significance, all stakeholders choose CNN News 18.
Brought to you by
22nd of January, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has now come out and sent out a big message. Referring to the incident of the 1991 firing on Karsevaks, Yogi Adityanath going on to say that now you will not see firings or curfews in Ayodhya, but all you will hear and all you will see is the word of Lord Ram.
अयोध्या अयोध्या क्यों है? क्यों भारत की परंपरा में वेदों ने सप्तपुरियों में सबसे प्रथम अयोध्या की वंदना की है? यदि नजदीक से उस आस्था को अगर लोग समझ पाएंगे तो उन्हें देखने और समझने का अवसर अयोध्या आकर के होगा। हां, इतना हम कह सकते हैं कि अब अयोध्या सचमुच अपने नाम के अनुरूप उस प्रकार के दर्शन लोगों को देखने को मिलेंगे। अब अयोध्या में वहां की गलियों में गोलियां नहीं चलेंगी, बल्कि दीपोत्सव होंगे। अयोध्या अब कर्फ्यू के दौर से नहीं गुजरेगी, बल्कि राम नाम संकीर्तन के गूंज से गुंजायमान होगी।
Aman Sharma, my colleague, joining us live from Ayodhya, getting us more inputs and perspective on this. Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister there, has been a very busy man in the run-up to what we're going to be seeing on the 22nd of January. He has been on top of all the beautification work that has been done, all of the security arrangements, Aman, that have been done in Ayodhya, but also sending out a clear message. The Chief Minister there going on to say that no more are we going to be seeing curfews or firings. All we're going to be seeing is peace and astha in the temple town.
Well, clearly, Poonamsi, this has been Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's stand for long regarding Ayodhya. You know, since he became the Chief Minister in 2017, he's been here almost every month for this complete rejuvenation and revamp of Ayodhya. And he has been a big critic of what happened in 1990 when, during the Mulayam Singh Yadav regime, firing was opened on the Karsevaks and many of them died. During that firing, an issue which resonates in Ayodhya even till date. In fact, there is a neighborhood in Ayodhya called the Shaheed Lane, you know, where many of these firing had happened and people had died and were rushed to hospitals. So Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath saying that this is no longer going to be a place where police firing happened. This is a place for devotion and peace and for pilgrims to come and soak in the devotion of Lord Ram. He also has been reiterating for a long time that UP is a state which is peaceful under his reign. There are no curfews any longer. There are no communal riots any longer in UP, which was the hallmark of the earlier regime of the Samajwadi Party. The Chief Minister making it very clear that Ayodhya will be the island of peace and the island of devotion for pilgrims who are coming here and will see no violence.
Right, we'll have to see how and if the opposition reacts to this. But for the moment, Aman, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that. From one temple town to another, let's talk about the Krishna Janmabhoomi Shahi Eidgah dispute that has been in courts. A month after the Allahabad High Court gave a nod for a 3-member Advocate Commissioner's team to conduct a survey of the mosque, today the Supreme Court has put a stay on that particular survey order. Going on to question the petitioners in this particular case and their counsel, the 2-judge bench of the Supreme Court went on to say that there can't be an omnibus sort of a petition for a survey that needs to be conducted. This is very vague, which is why the proceedings can go back to happening in the Allahabad High Court, but the survey cannot happen. That was what the Supreme Court came out and said. Reactions pouring in from both sides. Listen in.
अगली तारीख पर हम लोग अब माननीय न्यायालय को बताएंगे कि 13.37 एकड़ ज़मीन श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि ट्रस्ट के नाम है। खसरे में, खतौनी में बिजली का बिल हम लोग जमा करते हैं, हमारी ट्रस्ट जमा करती है, टंकी का बिल हम लोग जमा करते हैं। इनके खिलाफ हमारी ट्रस्ट की शिकायत पर बिजली कटने का, कनेक्शन कटने का मुकदमा लगाया, 3 लाख का जुर्माना लगा, क्योंकि इनके पास कोई मालिकाना हक नहीं था। और सर्वे होना जरूरी है क्योंकि वहाँ मेरे भगवान विद्यमान है। वहाँ ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय लिखा हुआ है, शंख है, हमारा ओम लगा हुआ है, सत्या बना हुआ है। अंतर यह है कि उल्टा सीधा है, क्योंकि पत्थर जब लगे तो मंदिर के थे। जब सर्वे होगा तो माननीय न्यायालय को पता चलेगा कि वहाँ क्या है, इनके अल्लाह का घर है या मेरे कान्हा का जन्मभूमि है।
See, I am representing the committee for Eidgah Masjid, Mathura. And the case is that the Honorable Apex Court has today stayed the order of Allahabad High Court ordering a commission ordered on the basis of an application which was moved by the petitioners in this case, many of whom are having serious criminal background. So what is more important than staying this order of the Allahabad High Court is that court made some very, very strong remarks about the petition application moved before the Allahabad High Court, asking for commission, saying that the petitioner is not himself clear. What does he want in the commission?
The case goes back to the Allahabad High Court now, where both sides will have to make their petition. But a Gyanvapi-like survey for now is not going to take place at the Shahi Eidgah premises in Mathura. With that, it's a wrap from my side here on this edition of Nation at 5. Thank you so much for tuning in.
As the Grand Ram Temple rises, CNN News 18 gets you the biggest voices.
Devotees in great number. I mean, we are thinking about 1,25,000 every day.
From temple vision to execution,
एक अनोखी शैली में बनाने की कोशिश की है। भगवान का दरबार में आप जाएंगे तो लगेगा कि नहीं एक अच्छी जगह पे हम लोग आए हैं।
from objections to obeisance.
राम जी प्रतिष्ठित होंगे तो राम राज्य का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त होगा।
This Ram Mandir, which has been a dream of people for so many years, is coming to fruition.
Thanks to everybody who made that happen, and I'm sure this means a world to multitude of people.
The symbolism, the significance, all stakeholders choose CNN News 18.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. It's just 7 days to go for the Pran Pratishtha at Ram Temple, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a big pitch for it again today in Andhra Pradesh. He said Ram Rajya is the symbol of good governance, and that in Ram Rajya every voice is being heard. Prime Minister will be visiting Tripura Sri Ramaswamy Temple in Kerala, which is dedicated to Lord Ram, later this evening. This will be his third temple visit connected with Ram or Ramayan during his Anushtan after Panchvati and Andhra Pradesh. Now, even as Prime Minister's South visit is acting as a big precursor to the January 22 event, the opposition is also restless. While most of them have either